Cardinal Ivan, an illustrious son of the Church in India. His Eminence Ivan Cornelius Cardinal Dias is perhaps a prominent Catholic churchman ever to come out of India. His contribution to the Universal Church, His Holiness Pope Francis has expressed his sadness at the death of Cardinal Ivan Dias and said, I quote, I recall with gratitude the late Cardinal's years of faithful service to the Apostolic See, especially his contribution to the spiritual and physical reconstruction of the suffering church in Albania and the missionary zeal demonstrated in his work as prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples. The church in India has lost an illustrious son, is how His Eminence Oswald Cardinal Gracious, the President of the CCBI and the Archbishop of Bombay, described the late prelate. Cardinal Ivan Dias made India proud. He loved India and he worked tirelessly for the progress and uplift of its people. He had the courage of his convictions. He never wavered in his zeal for Jesus and the Church, said Cardinal Oswald Gracious. Cardinal Gracious added that he had met him just 2 days ago at his residence, the Fondazione Don Gnocchi Clinic, and he smiled at me. He seemed happy and pleased that I had come to visit him and sit by his bedside. The welcome he gave me fills my heart with gratitude. All his health issues stemmed from his extensive and intensive missionary travels. Cardinal Ivan never complained. He endured his illness and intense suffering with Christian fortitude and heroism. Cardinal Dias was born on 14th April 1936 in Mumbai, India. He was ordained for the Archdiocese of Bombay on 8th December 1958 and held a doctorate in canon law from the Pontifical Lateran University. He entered the Holy See's diplomatic service in 1964 and from 1996 to 2006 he was the Archbishop of Bombay. Cardinal Dias served as the prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples and was the Grand Chancellor of the Pontifical Urbaniana University from 2006 until 2011. The prefect of Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples was once known as the Red Pope due to the extent of his authority over the church in mission lands. He was a long-time diplomat and fluent in 17 languages. After nearly 5 decades of communist rule in Albania, Cardinal Ivan was charged with rebuilding the local church, inviting foreign missionaries to the country and working with the Albanian government to recover Catholic churches and schools. In 2003, he delivered the homily at the Beatification Mass of Mother Teresa, whom he had befriended as the nuncio in Albania. he said, reaching out to our fellow human beings, embracing the poor as Mother Teresa did, must become a common service for every Christian. The late prelate had criticized the domination of the world by information technology, by New Age teaching, and by the decline of ethical values. He often lamented that countries were being crushed down by godless ideologies and enticing proposals that exalt the anti-God cultures, including the culture of death. During his tenure as Archbishop of Bombay, he frequently condemned anti-Christian discrimination in Indian society by Hindu fundamentalists. In 2001, he invited leaders of all religious communities in Mumbai to his home for a meeting for peace in a world torn apart by war and hatred. Cardinal Ivan Dias served the local, national, and universal church with his pastoral leadership and expertise. The Catholic Church has lost a shepherd of colossal magnitude and enduring prince. Cardinal Ivan has etched his name in the annals of history with his immense contribution to the universal church. His missionary and vibrance still resonates in the church in India. May God grant him eternal peace.